So I'm in the car again making this video. Uh, this is a part two to that video I made when I said that everyone's watching you do what you want. This is part two, and part two, the message that comes with this one is that people are extra nosy when you're just doing your thing, when you're in the state of flow, because it's everything is on an energetic level. What do I mean by that? Let me give you an example. This is a perfect example, I think. I just pulled up to a nice location, just a local park, somewhat secluded, but not really. I would show you guys, but I'm staring at a really nice forest with like a drainage thing and a lot of trees, a lot of foliage. And I park my car, I pull out the camera, make this video, and out of nowhere, I don't know where he came from, a gentleman in an older gentleman, probably in his 50s or 60s, in a baseball cap and a plaid shirt, walks up within 10 feet of my car on his phone, looking down on his phone, and parallel to my window here. So he could, if he wanted to, he did, but he could look right in my car, pretty much, with just a turn of his head or a glance. And when I pulled up here, it's really interesting because nobody is here. Nobody was here because it's like 96 degrees outside. Nobody's out. This gentleman appeared out of nowhere and, sees me with my laptop, and then sees me with the camera next, and it's just interesting because people, when you're doing what you want, yes, they're going to stare at you, they're going to watch you, they're going to monitor you. But this is the next stage of when you are just doing your thing for, your own benefit, for the benefit of other people, or just for, vibing. You're in your flow. Okay, you're leading your own day. You're leading your own life day by day. And this is going to cause people to pick up on your energy, and then they're going to start to come forward, and they're going to start to check what you're doing. And it goes deeper than just staring at you. This message is to demonstrate that they're going to be nosy. There's a lot of nosy people when you're minding your own business. It's counterintuitive because you think as you mind your own business, people are going to mind their own business and they're going to leave you alone. But the truth of the matter is that when you mind your own business and you're in a state of peace, more or less, your energy starts to draw people in. And these people could be energy vampires. They could be, anything, narcissists. They could be just really, busybodies, right? They could have, they could think you're up to no good, right? But 99% of the time, it's these people are nosy, not because they think you're a criminal, you're doing something wrong. It's because they sense your energy, even through the car doors, even through the building. Right now there was another gentleman, wearing looks like he's in a jogger's outfit. So he's probably jogging around, but I'm just saying, again, he's walking right by my car. There's nothing here. So it's just one by one. When you pull up, when you arrive, when you walk in, one by one, people, even if they don't stick around, one by one, people will just kind of come into your vicinity and kind of check out what you're doing. They'll be nosy, and the really bold ones will start to talk to you and ask you questions. Sometimes they're just friendly, cordial questions. My personal experience, these questions can get very personal and weird, out of pocket. Or not out of pocket, but very personal, and just strangers don't ask other strangers these questions, those type of questions, whatever that looks like. But the energy is going to be, it's like the orbit. Your energy is going to be attracting these other people's energies, and these people could be depleted. These people could be, like I said, narcissists, energy vampires. These people could be good people, or they could be people who are up to no good, malicious, or really, really defensive. They think you're a threat, your energy's a threat, so they kind of want to come in, monitor what's going on, right? And with that being said, that backs up what I said previously in a week ago about how people are going to stare at you when you're doing your own thing, when you're doing what you want. Because these days, nobody's doing what they want. Everybody's working for the man, and it goes deeper than that, right? They have these jobs or these obligations where that's their entire life. They're engulfed in these obligations. They're living a life that's someone else's. Okay, they're living a life that's someone else's. They're not choosing day by day. They're letting life choose them instead of choosing what to do with their life on a daily basis. And I was walking on the track today, getting some sunshine. You see my tan. I'm getting a really, like, on this side of my arm, but no sunburns. I'm glad, not yet anyway. But I was walking the track, and I was repeating a mantra to myself as I was walking in circles, and I said that I want to choose a life that is actually mine. I kept saying that over and over. I want a life that is mine. I want a life that I own. And this thought, when I was walking, it just popped into my head, because as I was walking the track, I actually want to do it. I'm not doing it because I have to. I'm not doing it because somebody told me to, or the doctor told me to. None of that. I'm doing it because I actively put on my shoes and put on my running shorts, and I want to get sunshine every day. And I feel bad for people that are working and tied to full-time, like 60-hour, 50-hour a week, 40-hour a week jobs that they're not even happy with. And I'm not talking about dead-end jobs to where you're trying to build yourself to go on to the next level. I'm talking more about people who work jobs where that is their entire life until they retire, or until they pass on. Okay? And that's a life that they didn't choose. That's a life that chose them. And so I know a lot of us might have commitments, a lot of us might have obligations, a lot of us might be tied to things, but it's very important that you have to do what you want. You have to choose what you want to do, not because your schedule says you have to do it, not because someone in your life told you to do it or says you have to do it. I think that you need to do things you actually want to do. You need to sit down and compose an agenda for yourself, and don't tell anyone about it, because if you tell anyone about it, they're going to tell you to go do it. And so, even if you want to do it, it's like you're still doing what someone else is forcing you to do. And I know for me personally, I don't like being governed. I don't like being told what to do. I don't like being managed. I'm not a manageable man. I don't like to be, what's the word, micromanaged, or all those things. I like to govern myself. I like to choose what I want to do. I like to relax when I want to. I like to work when I want to. I want to exercise when I want to. And I want to just sit and be. I want to film these videos for y'all when I want to. And if it's kind of good that I'm alone in this stage of my life, or alone in general, indefinitely, because if I had people in my life around me, they would constantly be trying to probably take my energy or telling me what to do. And the same applies for you who are viewing this video this evening. The more people you have around you, the more they're going to try to siphon your energy, and the more they're going to try to control you. And if you're like me in any way, shape, or form, if you're subscribed to this channel, I know that you resonate with me on some level. So therefore, you don't like to be governed either. I'm pretty sure most of you don't like to be governed, don't want to be told what to do, and a lot of people misunderstand you because they don't have the sauce. They don't get it. They don't get it, you know? Um they don't they don't have what it takes to just try and have an existence that's higher than this. What you know what I'm saying? Um Small-minded people, I guess. But that's the message for today. I hope this is a good part two backup to what I was the video I made previously about how they're gonna stare at you when you do what you want. They're gonna watch you very closely, and then they're gonna be nosy. They're nosy. They're not just watching you. They're actually trying to like pick you, just trying to figure you out and like pick apart what you're doing. Um, and so when you get into these spaces alone, get ready because they're gonna have people coming out of the woodwork. There's people gonna be coming out of nowhere. Um, and yeah, it's a pretty interesting phenomenon. But with that being said, that concludes this message. Stay safe. If you're in a hot climate right now, or stay cool. And until next time.